repeated this 4,000 or 5,000 times at the doors over the last 11 weeks, and that is simply to observe that based on the history of this district, that whoever wins the Republican primary between Carl and me is most likely going to be our next state representative. The history of the district is such that the Republican candidate historically is going to win somewhere in the area of 60 to 65% of the vote in this district. What that means is it's all the more important that people should turn out to vote on August 5th.
I want to make sure that the new legislature there will create policies that benefit everyone, not just a chosen few, so that everyone has the opportunity to live here and make their dream come true. I'm unopposed in the primary on August 5th. I am running in November. I intend to win. I hope you'll vote for me. Thank you.
As I mentioned, I believe my education and experience in accounting, finance, and the law will be a valuable asset on the City Council. I care about this community and its long-term health. I am running for this office because I think I can make a positive contribution to the city and will bring key skills and a fresh perspective.
I tell young people if they're blowing up your cell phone, texting you 24/7, wanting to know where you are at every moment, calling you at every moment. Yes, as females, sometimes we can find that flattering, and sometimes males do too, but that is not healthy. Yeah. That is not just a little jealousy because they're really interested in you. That's a control piece.
And that really has been my passion, because I didn't have a parent die when I was a child. But I also am, have a lot of friends, people that I know that are in, any kind of like recovery. And as I've been talking to people, they're like, oh yeah, my dad died when I was 10 or 12, and the alcohol was the best thing that happened because I didn't have to feel it.
From a medical or psychiatric standpoint, I think trying to find the magic pill, trying to find a great drug that really treats the illness with minimal or no side effects. There's no drug with no side effects right now. So like anything you'd like to find a cure for cancer, you'd love to find a great drug that treats bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. There's new drugs coming out all the time, but they're not a whole lot better than the other ones. They may have fewer side effects or some advantage in that point, but that's what we really hope to find is some better treatment. Because the incidence of all of these illnesses hasn't really changed over the years.
Headlights twinkle on the highway to heaven, and there is no shortage of faithful friends and family lighting up my mother's soul. And perched on a mountain overlooking the city of lights is Mom and Christ. They marvel at all they have done together. Mother is next to our Savior, and the two of them oversee my world, a paradise lit up by the light that touched my mother's face.
May these gifts be Jesus' light, I'm gonna let it shine. May these gifts be Jesus' light, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine.
Well, this is fabulous. It's so exciting to see the families reunited with their soldiers. It's a wonderful event, and they served us so well. We should be so proud of the courage and honor they showed in Afghanistan and the sacrifices their family made.
And look at this window. That's probably the biggest window I've ever seen. And why is it painted yellow? Yellow. Stop! Do not avoid this sign right here. This sign says stop. People are coming off or coming in. It's a nice sign, isn't it? Blinky, blinky.
And this is another point.
I'm gonna let a little bit more air
Right,
out of there.
that-
I thought
that-
it was flatter than it was.
That if there's, even though you feel like the tire is very flat, if there's some air left inside it, it's going to make it a lot harder to get off. So that was the trick. Once you let a little
got
bit
a little
more
bit of air out of
out,
it. Now
out
I'm
it
just gonna
came.
run this around the edge here. Take my irons out, and I want to locate where the valve is. It's right there. And I'm gonna put that at the bottom, grab the top of the tire, and pull it right off.
Easy peasy.
So every piece that I make has to go through the annealer, but I can make a half a dozen pieces, put them in the oven, start the oven up, and go to bed. It's programmed to run, level off, and then come back down. But in all that it is you run it up to, 1050 Fahrenheit, and hold it 10 minutes for every half-inch thick of glass that you have. So it's part of a set program for borosilicate. So if I have a piece that's 2 inches thick, I have to hold it for, what is that, an hour?
And he is not in the backfield. So this is going to be a pass. 4th and inches. Oh,
now they're getting a little shifty here.
All right.
Marty is under center. Pitch to Richard. And he's got the first down, still on his feet. Caleb Richard into Mona Shore's territory, comes back! And he could go all the way! Caleb Richard, touchdown, Dow High!
Wow. 4th and inches.
My, on 4th and inches, the senior star Caleb Richard takes the pitch and turns on the Jets.
What a run.
And Hoover has 9.
Good fast break by Sparta there. Jungle, long 3, splash! Ellie Jungle with the 3. It's an 11-point Bullock Creek lead. Timeout, Sparta.
The boys thought I was cool while the others learned about the 3 R's. I was checking out the car instead of crying when they go too fast and say, come on, baby, hey, give it more gas. I'm a NASCAR fan, sun or rain, speed on my mind, all in my veins. When race time starts, I'm in the stands. That's why they call me a NASCAR fan.
We were channels 96 through 99 on their analog system, basic cable, and on their digital system of 991 to 994. Well, starting on January 21st, and I'll emphasize that again in a couple minutes, the channels, we were notified by charter on December 23rd, the channels are moving to 188 through 191. So with your remote, you'll have to punch in 188 and then work your way up to 191.
However, she did not become a teacher. That year instead, she became the librarian at the Union School. The thing that I discovered in doing the research for this was that the library at that time served more than just the school, and I did not realize this. So when you look at your chronology that you have on your table that says that she was involved in the library beginning in 1900, Grace Dow became the librarian in 1889 for what was serving as the city's public library, which was completely unknown to me. She was paid $2 to $3 a month, depending on the month.
Herbert Dow has, first off, he's broken up with his girlfriend back in Cleveland. He knows that things are over between he and Maybelle Ross, his love of his life, he thought, when his sister wrote him a letter and said, "Your mother and I observed Maybelle riding home from church with Frank Barnes." That was it. That was it. It was over with. He went back to Cleveland, broke off the engagement, came back and was heartbroken. But he caught the eye, and she caught his eye, of this little girl right here, a young woman, who's Grace Ball. Grace Ball's family came here in the 1860s, and a pioneer family.
So, Melissa, where are we now? We are in the lowest level of the library. This is known as West Mechanical. And down here we house all of the equipment that heats and cools the library. Behind us is one of the most crucial parts of the renovation, and that's a new chiller. The chiller cools the library so that you're comfortable on the hottest days in the summer.
What? Every class has an easy, a moderate, and difficult project. And I'm sure they're very, very friendly, and they're completely non-judgmental. So, does that make you feel any better? Yeah? May I see it then? Pretty please? Louie, that's awesome. That's amazing. You painted a picture of yourself. Terrific. You're like a Rembrandt bird. I love it. You're wonderful.
Perfect. Come over here. Awesome. Just like that. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Get out of here. Go sit down. Go. You got to go. Go sit down. Give them a round of applause. Awesome. Here we go. All right. I need some rhythm. Let's get some rhythm. Here we go. Let's see what happens. There we go. Thank you very much, Midland. Awesome. Craziness. And that's it. There we are. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. Thank you.